You've probably seen it before without really noticing. Someone who could afford almost anything, yet they drive a quiet, older car, wear simple clothes, live in a house that doesn't try to impress anyone, and something about it feels unexpected, because most of us grow up with a very different picture in mind, the one where wealth looks loud. Bigger homes, bigger watches, bigger signals that say I made it. So when someone has the resources to live extravagantly but chooses not to, people often misread it. They assume the person is secretly frugal, overly cautious, or maybe even pretending to be modest. But there's a deeper pattern behind it that most people never hear explained. When researchers began studying long-term wealth behavior, not just how people make money, but how they live once they have it, a quiet trend kept appearing. Many of the wealthiest individuals gradually simplify their lives, not because they have to, but because their relationship with status changes. Psychologists often describe this through something called status signaling. Early in life, our brain is wired to prove belonging. We look for cues that tell others where we fit in the social hierarchy. Cars, clothes, neighborhoods, they become signals. Not always consciously, but our nervous system pays attention. But once a person feels secure in their place, financially, socially, internally, the brain's need for external proof begins to fade. The signaling becomes unnecessary, and something interesting replaces it. Cognitive ease. Studies in behavioral psychology show that as people accumulate experience and stability, their priorities often shift toward reducing mental friction. Fewer decisions, less maintenance, less attention directed at appearances. In other words, simplicity becomes a form of efficiency, not a sacrifice. Many people who built wealth spent years managing uncertainty, risk, pressure, responsibility. Over time, the nervous system learns to value environments that feel stable and quiet. A simpler lifestyle often provides exactly that. But this doesn't mean simplicity is somehow superior or that luxury is wrong. Different people regulate stress, identity, and reward in very different ways. For some, expression through lifestyle feels energizing. For others, freedom shows up as not needing to signal anything at all. And here's the quiet paradox most people miss. When someone truly no longer needs external validation, the pressure to look wealthy disappears. Ironically, that's often when wealth becomes the least visible. Not hidden, just irrelevant to their sense of self. So the next time you notice someone living more simply than you expected, it may not be about restraint. It may be about a mind that has already finished the conversation most people are still trying to win. And once you start noticing these quiet psychological shifts, you begin to see something else about human behavior that most people overlook.